Graders, this is Miss Kish. This is your science lesson video. We are talking about earthquakes today, and we are going to try take a look at what might happen in an earthquake together. Okay, so first you need your writer's notebook. If you need to pause and go get it, this is a great time to do that. Once you have it, we're going to draw lines to fold it into 4 parts, okay? Or not to fold, but to show it in 4 parts. So I did actually fold my paper today. If you want to do that, it can help your vertical line be straight. So what I did is I just took this paper, whoops, this part of my paper, and I folded it over to the edge. Let me do it, and then I'll show you. Okay, I did just like this. Okay, I just folded it over like this. And then I opened it up and I drew my line down the middle, and it helped it to be a little straighter. Okay. Then I drew another line going across. And at the top on my first side, I wrote predict, right? What we think is going to happen. And on the other side, I wrote actual, what is actually going to happen. So we're going to have 2 prediction pictures and 2 actual pictures today. Okay, the next thing that I did is I drew some arrows. So next to, or in my top box over here, I drew 2 arrows pointing toward each other, and I'll tell you why I did that in a minute. I drew them off to the side so I still have room for a picture, okay? They're pointing toward each other. And then down here, next to my other box, let's see here, I drew 2 arrows that are pointing away from each other. Okay, so toward each other and away from each other. Okay, so second graders, we're going to try 2 different kinds of earthquakes today with our sand trays. And I want to show you what I put in the bottom of the sand tray. So this is at the bottom, and then it's covered with the sand above it, okay? These are kind of like our plates. Remember yesterday we talked about how the earth is made up of different plates, and those plates are sliding and bumping against each other, and that is what causes earthquakes. Okay, so I have my 2 plates, and this time we have tape in between them. Okay, and one of the trays has 2 plates that look like this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to see what happens when we push them together. Okay, so those are, or that's our arrows that are pointing toward each other, our top box arrows. Okay, we're going to do this in our sand tray with the sand on top and see what happens. At the bottom, there's a sand tray that looks like this, and the plates are kind of already on top of each other. And what's going to happen is they're going to slide away from each other. Okay, so they look like this now. They're going to slide away from each other, and we're going to see what happens to the land above them, the sand, when they do that. Okay, so, oh goodness, now I have to remember which one is which. Hang on just a minute here. Let me show you. Okay, so second graders, I will get a better angle on this when we actually do it, but this is the first sand tray, okay? In this sand tray, the cardboard pieces look like this. There's space in between them, the tape in between them, and we're going to push those plates together to see what happens, okay? So what I want you to think about is in your top box where it says predict, and it has those arrows that are pointing toward each other. So right here, you're going to draw a picture of what you think will happen when the plates push together, okay? So you can go ahead and do that now. What do you think will happen to this land when we push the plates together? All right, if you need time to draw, you can go ahead and hit the pause and then press play again when you're done with your first prediction drawing, okay? Okay, second graders, this is our second tray. In this tray, the plates look like this. They're pushed together. They've kind of slid on top of each other. And what we're going to do is pull them apart, okay? So in your second prediction spot right here, you're going to draw what you think will happen when the plates pull apart, move away from each other. Okay, what do you think is going to happen to the land on top? All right, if you need more time to do your prediction, go ahead and pause the video, and then we'll come back and we'll start and see what happens, okay? Okay, second graders, here we go. We are ready to do the first part of our experiment. When you're drawing, what happens, you're going to look on the actual side, and we're doing the top one first. This is where the two plates are pushing together. Okay, so think about what you thought was going to happen, and let's see what happens. All right, I'm doing the sand tray right in the front. Move this one out of the way for now. Okay. Do it a little bit this way. All right, I have the two sides. I'm pushing them together. Watch what happens to the land. Ooh, can you see it? Do you see that ridge that's in the middle? This kind of line right here down the middle? And also, I don't know how well you can see this, but from the side, it's kind of pushed up. It's made a hill or a mountain. One thing that earthquakes can do is they can help make things like hills and mountains when they're pushing into each other and pushing the land up. Okay, so you're going to draw what you saw. I'm going to slide this out and do it again. So I'm going to put the sand kind of back so you can watch one more time. Okay, we're going to push the plates together. Watch what happens in the middle. Ooh, that was a good one. You can see right here, we're getting a new hill or a new mountain. That's forming when those plates push together. Okay, if you need some more time to draw, you can go ahead and take that time, and then we'll do the next one, okay? Okay, guys, here we go. So this one we're going to draw in our last box, okay? So we are pushing apart, but we're doing it on the actual, what's actually happening, okay? I guess pulling apart, right? So this time I'm going to use my strings here, and we're going to pull and see what happens. Oh goodness, can you see what happened? I can see the tape. So this one almost looks like there's maybe a valley now, like it's a little bit higher on the sides and the land is lower in the middle. Those plates moved apart. Okay. Try to show it to you from the side so you can kind of see that it's a little lower in the middle. All the sand is gone from here. Okay, there's a few little pieces, but the land has kind of moved back. Kind of looks like a valley to me. Okay, so make sure that you draw a picture of what happened in that last box. And then think about your predictions. What did you do? Did the land change in the way that you thought it was going to change? Remember that scientists don't always make the right prediction, right? But they use what they know. And then when they do the experiment, they change their thinking, right? So maybe you changed your thinking about how earthquakes can change land after you did this, right? Good job, friends.